to study at a university, and I didn't know where I wanted to go to school, and I was kind of clueless about the college going process. So I decided to go to Glen Oaks Community College, and that was in the same town as my high school, so it was close to home. And my family members also went there. A lot of them went there. And it was also going to save me some money too. I knew that was going to be a beneficial part of going to community college. So I made that decision, and it turned out to be a good decision for me. It really did save me money, and it gave me time to think about what I wanted to study and where I wanted to go to school. And I knew I was going to transfer somewhere. So I applied to 4 different schools, but I decided on MSU because that just seemed like the right place for me. I had lots of opportunities to visit campus, and every time I went, I just felt so at home there. It felt right. And I also got to go to some student events, some sporting events, and that just solidified it even more as my choice for getting my bachelor's degree. So that's pretty much how I made that decision. I got my general studies degree, and that actually worked out really well because I got those gen ed classes out of the way, but it also, they were classes that allowed me to explore my interests. So for community college, I was pretty set on getting my general studies degree. But for MSU, I still stuck with my major. I majored in psychology. I got a Bachelor of Arts in psychology. And that really didn't change for me because I was interested in psychology. The courses were really interesting, but also the curriculum, the other courses that you were required to take to graduate, like those, the types of classes you take, those were also really interesting. So I was pretty set on psychology when I transferred to MSU. Not at my end point yet. So I can't say I have, but this is a good stepping stone, being an AmeriCorps member and working for the Michigan State University College Advising Corps, because I am interested in student affairs, at least right now. But I'm open to exploring other things as well. But right now I am interested in student affairs, and this is really just giving me some great experience this is giving me really great experience to possibly go to grad school and get a master's in student affairs. High school, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for post-secondary education, the biggest setback would be not really knowing what to do. I was a first-generation college student, and I think that had a little bit of something to do with it, but it was just hard to know what path I wanted to take when I didn't know the steps I needed to take. But that was the kind of the biggest problem for me in high school, and then almost like ready to graduate high school. But then at MSU, I don't know, I didn't really face too many setbacks at MSU. I guess some of the biggest things would be, I don't know, it's kind of hard. Like I mean, I feel like I kind of had it easy, but I would say I had more problems before I attended post-secondary schooling. At Glen Oaks, I did have a job. I worked in the student services office, and that was actually my first job ever. And it was an awesome first job to have because it got me interested in student affairs and pursuing that as a career. And so I did work at Glen Oaks in the student affairs office, and I just kind of did a lot of different things for the different departments, like the TRIO department and financial aid. And I did a lot of filing. I helped students who came into the office. It was a really fun, great job with really great people. And then at MSU, I was a part of some clubs, but the biggest club that had an impact on me was the Animal Assisted Therapy group. And I went to several meetings and we did some events together. We also went on some trips, and that was really a nice group. And that was something I was also interested in at some point, was pursuing a career in animal assisted therapy. So that was really nice to be a part of that. And then I also worked as a facilities worker in North Neighborhood, and they help with cleaning the dining hall, cleaning the dorms, like in the hallways, and sweeping stairwells, and kind of taking care of other tasks. And I met a lot of cool people in that. I would tell my younger self to stop worrying so much about what other people think. I would tell my younger self to take more risks. And I would tell my younger self to not be afraid to make mistakes. And I think those all kind of can all lead to my younger self putting myself out there more. If I wasn't worried about those things back then, I would have put myself out there more. And also, I would tell my younger self that, just keep powering through. Life might get tough, but you will get through it. This too shall pass, and just don't stop. Just keep going.